This is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Friday, April 26th, 2019. The address we're inspecting today is 1492 Northeast 16th Avenue, Canby, Oregon, 97013. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the crawl space cleanout. The equipment being used today is the ViewTech self-leveling HD colored video inspection camera. This is one of the best cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it is being noted that some sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspections must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made out of cast iron ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. We are in 3-inch ABS plastic drain piping. We're running some water from the master bathroom sink to ensure that our pipe is watertight and is going to remain watertight throughout this inspection. We're going to drop an elevation here, so at about 32 feet we're going to dive straight down into the ground. This is typically around the side. As we pull out of this dive, it's not uncommon to have a little bit of standing water. It is a little bit tricky for the drain technicians to keep a pitch in the pipe, or a proper pitch in the pipe, as you're pulling out a straight down dive. You can see as we reach the bottom of this thing, there is a little bit of that typical standing water that we'll see from time to time. What we're hoping is as we enter this water, then the pitch in the pipe improves, and then things start draining out of here real strongly. So let's see what happens as we enter this. We're entering the water now. Like I said, pretty typical to have a little bit of standing water at the bottom of this thing. And this also is the second most common area to have a little bit of standing water. So we kind of have the perfect storm for the possibility of a little bit of minor standing water. That's pulling out of a straight down dive, and it's also transitioning into a larger pipe, so transitioning into 3034 piping. So this signifies transitioning from the 3-inch ABS black plastic piping into the larger 4 or 5-inch 3034 piping, which also transitions, it's the transition between the private builder's material, which is the black piping, into the city branch piping material, which is that green pipe. So again, pulling out of the straight down dive and then transitioning into 3034 piping, we have a little bit of the typical standing water we would expect to see, or at least it's not uncommon to see. We are in city branch piping material now, and even though this is city branch piping material, technically all of this will be buyer owner responsibility throughout the entire length. Because of the area of minor standing water, it will be recommended to periodically keep an eye on things. So we would recommend performing a sewer scope every 2 to 3 years to monitor. And what we're looking for is there's no tendency for buildup to happen in that area. We're looking to see that that 8 inches of standing water is not expanding or getting worse coming up the pipe. But really, like I said several times, pulling out of a straight down dive and then transitioning into the larger pipe from the private builder's material into the city branch piping, those are the two most common areas where we will see a little bit of pipe leveling, a little bit of standing water. drop into the city caverns. Right about there. So we'll call it 80 feet to the city sewer connection. This is the large lateral running down the middle of the road. This is the pipe that the homes in the neighborhood, or at least the homes on the street, are tying into. So we started in 3-inch ABS, we transitioned to 4-inch 30-34, and we dropped in the city lateral at around 80 feet. Overall condition of the pipe appeared to be in pretty good working condition today and passes inspection. I'm going to turn off the microphone for the pullback, but keep the camera rolling for a second. Look at everything. So 3-inch ABS to 4-inch 30-34 to the city sewer connection at 80 feet. And again, our sewer pipe appeared to be in pretty good working condition and passes inspection. Now again, because of the minor area of standing water, and one last time, it is pretty typical to, or at least we see quite a bit, where pulling out of a straight down dive, it is tricky for the drain technicians to keep a proper pitch in the pipe. So you lose that pitch a little bit pulling out of the straight down dive, which we see quite a bit. And also the second most common area where we'll see a little bit of standing water is transitioning from the private builder's material, the black pipe, at that transition into the 30-34 pipe, which a lot of times we'll see a little bit of standing water there. So you actually have both of those backed up to each other. So you have the pulling out of a straight down dive, and then you also have transitioning into the larger city branch piping material. So with both of those backed up next to each other, we are seeing a little bit of that standing water, and we would recommend monitoring. So it wouldn't be a bad idea, strictly as precaution, to perform a sewer scope every 2 to 3 years to monitor. But again, if you take a snapshot of the property currently today, the pipe appeared to be in working condition and passes inspection. I'm going to turn off the microphone for the pullback, but keep the camera rolling for a second. Look at everything. So 3-inch ABS to 4-inch 30-34 to the city lateral around 80 feet. Again, our sewer pipe today appears to be in good working condition and passes inspection.